And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Browns at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their home. And look at this, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Again, it's Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
59, 59. 54.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Oh, they're on him too quickly. Back, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing here, Purdy. Fighting McCaffrey on the slant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
55, 59.
To throw on second is Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. In motion, there goes Bell.
Hey, 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Back to throw, Purdy. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make...
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 79 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
24.
To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On the return, Jackson. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Shoves him aside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. From the red zone now, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
24.
Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Watson. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Purdy. That's complete left side to Gray. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Purdy sets up to throw again. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 128 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Watson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll go down at the 28. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Watson going to get this into the hands of Chubb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. How about this? And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
54! 64!
After the interception, here's Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again with Chubb. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.